In 300 AD, the Chinese began experimenting with gunpowder, but it wasn't until 1252 that the era of gunpowder truly began. Cannons became a major factor in the Hundred Years' War by 1350, wreaking havoc on both sides and drastically altering warfare in Europe. Despite falling out of favor after the 17th century, the enduring usefulness of cannons is demonstrated by the M777 Howitzer, produced by BAE Systems. The M777's frame is made of lightweight aluminum and titanium alloy, making assembly and disassembly basically effortless. This design allows cargo planes to fly over unpaved areas easily. It uses various types of ammunition, including the Excalibur M982 Smart Round, which can destroy targets up to 30 miles away. Despite its small size and light weight, the M777 towed 155mm artillery pieces remains the preferred howitzer platform for many countries. The M77 howitzer was once considered obsolete, but American crews have found new ways to make it a useful weapon. With its versatility and firepower, the M777 is still essential for modern military operations. The M198 155mm medium-towed howitzer, introduced by the U.S. military in 1979, was an effective weapon that could launch heavy explosives at targets up to 14 miles away. However, concerns over its limited mobility on the battlefield led the Department of Defense to seek a more compact and transportable artillery system in the early 1990s. Developing a highly efficient and mobile-sized howitzer was a significant challenge, but BAE Systems, a British aerospace and defense firm, presented a promising solution. In 1987, Vickers, a subsidiary of BAE Systems, designed the lightweight 155mm howitzer for foreign markets. After testing two versions of the LW-155, the Marine Corps recognized its potential and expressed interest in purchasing it. However, regulations prohibited the U.S. military from buying weapons made in a foreign country. To overcome this challenge, BAE Systems collaborated with Textron, an American company, to develop the LW-155 in the United States. With this partnership, the LW-155 became a highly mobile and efficient artillery system that could provide similar firepower to the M198 howitzer, but with greater mobility on the battlefield. After competing with and defeating another howitzer design in the late 1990s, the LW-155 was rechristened as the XM777. The M777 howitzer was officially type-classed by the U.S. Department of Defense in 2002. After which BAE was awarded a $135 million contract to begin the low-rate production of the initial 94 howitzers. The first M777, which was based on a British design, went into production in the US very quickly. The M777 howitzer was a much-needed successor to the M198. Its lightweight titanium and aluminum alloy frame enabled it to quickly assemble and disassemble, allowing easy transport via cargo plane over rough terrain. The M777 has a variety of ammunition, including the Excalibur M982 Smart Round, which can devastate targets up to 30 miles away. Despite its small size and light weight, the M777 towed 155mm artillery piece has become the preferred howitzer platform for a lot of nations. The M777 howitzer is a state-of-the-art lightweight artillery platform created through the joint effort of the United States and Britain. Contract management, fabrication, and assembly of titanium structures occur in the UK, while the BAE plant in Mississippi manages final integration and testing. Despite being shorter in length, 35 feet, and more maneuverable, 16.7 feet barrel length than its predecessor, the M777 can fire the same kinds of ammunition. Its weight has been reduced by 40% due to the use of titanium and aluminum alloy, allowing it to be transported and deployed using only a single cargo plane. The M777 functions best with a standard squad of 8 for a maximum rate of fire, but can operate with as few as 5 gun crew members. The M777 is easily disassembled and it can be moved in just 3 minutes by a trained artillery crew, making it ideal for air and ground transport. It's also quite suitable for towing through flooded roads or damp areas where other weapon systems are just too heavy. Its destructive power has been enhanced through the use of high explosive ammunition, such as the M795 projectile. Weighing 103 pounds, the M795 is TNT content equivalent to that of a Hellfire missile. The artillery crew can fire 5 large rounds per minute, with a maximum range of 19 kilometers. Additionally, the M982 Excalibur is a GPS-guided projectile that is compatible with the M77 and features deployable stabilizing fins, allowing it to strike targets at greater distances or from behind natural obstacles. This is an essential weapon system for modern military operations, and I'll say it again, it is an essential weapon system for modern military operations, due to its mobility, speed of deployment, and increased firepower, making it a critical asset for military operations. This artillery weapon faced significant obstacles after passing its development and testing phases. Despite enthusiastic backing from the military and widespread public interest, problems such as metal fatigue and inconsistent firing, as well as recoil damage, plagued the weapon from as early as 1998, well before it was officially used. One major challenge was the change from steel to titanium, which caused anxiety due to the material's strength but reduced pliability. The M777's shorter barrel length compared to Western counterparts also decreased its effectiveness. Historical examples such as the South African Border War, Rhodesian Bush War, Yom Kippur War, and the Vietnam War demonstrated the dangers of using artillery with a short range. Shorter range weapons were consistently suppressed by the enemy's superior firepower, providing free range to longer range artillery. According to the Joint Operational Requirements document, this beast has undergone numerous updates and improvements in the field to address these issues, allowing it to carry the required maximum weight of 10,000 pounds. While there have been suggestions that lighter materials may help, it's unlikely to fix all of the problems with this artillery piece. In 2006, during the Afghan War, Canada led the way in utilizing the M777 Howitzer. The artillery weapon performed exceptionally well in Operation Archer, delivering a relentless barrage of fire against the enemy. Remarkably, just 2 of these guns were responsible for the majority of the destruction. The United States Marine Corps received 580 M777s, while the United States Army and National Guard each acquired 421 units. The U.S. Army first deployed the M777 in Afghanistan and Iraq in 2007, and the initial fire missions took place in early 2008. By the mid-2010s, most of the Army's M777s had to be pulled out of Iraq. However, the U.S. Marine Corps continued to make a significant impact with the weapon. In the decade, the barrel tubes of American M777 howitzers were upgraded with a full-bore chrome plating, which tripled their anticipated service life. This substantial upgrade proved its worth in 2017 when a single Marine battery fired over 35,000 rounds at ISIS targets in Syria within over just 5 months. This exceeded the total number of artillery rounds used by the entire U.S. military during the 2003 invasion of Iraq. Despite the heavy fire, only 2 of the newly upgraded chrome-plated barrels were expended. Today, the M777 howitzer remains a fixture in modern warfare. Although alternative 155mm howitzers can cost up to 90% less than the 777, the artillery weapon's relatively small export customer base is not surprising, considering its $5.17 million unit price and production of around 1,200 units. While countries like Colombia and the United Arab Emirates have shown interest in acquiring the M777, it's not expected to be operational in any other nation until 2021 at the earliest. India has ordered 145 howitzers, with 89 delivered and currently deployed along the Chinese border in the Himalayas. Furthermore, the United States, Australia, and Canada provided Ukraine with 100 M777 units to provide support for their resistance against the Russian invasion planned for 2022. These towable 155mm howitzers have changed the course of the war by covering Ukrainian infantry lines, demolishing enemy troop bridges, and relentlessly bombarding from above. With 2 decades in service in global conflicts, this gun exemplifies the significance of swift, efficient, and mobile artillery on today's battlefields. If you enjoyed learning about this powerful weapon, hit the like button and subscribe. New content is frequently posted, so stay tuned.